Kids, how are you all? So, we had been studying chapter number 3, fiber to fabric. Last time we studied about silk. Yes, today we will study some more topic. Okay, but before we start, let's revise whatever we studied in last time. Yes, so we had been studying about silk and silkworm. Yes, last time we studied processing of silk. Yes, processing of silk. So there are total 4 steps. First step is rearing of silkworms, as you can see on the screen. So in what do we do in rearing of silkworm? The female silk moth first lay egg. The eggs are stored over a clean cloth or paper strip. The eggs are warmed to a suitable temperature. The eggs hatch into larva or caterpillar, you can call. The silkworms are kept in bamboo trays. Yes, the silkworms are kept in bamboo trays and feeds on a mulberry leaves and grows inside. After 30 to 40 days, the silkworm stops eating and begins to spin cocoon. Cocoons get hardened because of exposure to air. Inside the cocoon, the silkworm develops into silkworm. Yes, so we studied this point, all these last time. Now let's move on the next point. Okay, next step after rearing is rilling. So what is the meaning of rilling? Rilling means taking out the silk yarn, taking out the silk thread, means a raw fiber from the cocoon. Okay, taking out the raw fiber from cocoon. Okay, so what is rilling? The process of taking out the silk thread from the cocoon is called rilling. The process of taking out the silk thread from cocoon is known as rilling. Okay, so rilling is generally done by using machine. Yes, we do using machine. Okay, we do it by machine, different kind of machines. Okay, like loom, it may be hand operated or automated. Okay, please write down, I am giving you 10 seconds. Okay kids, I hope you understood that what is the meaning of rilling. Yes, first of all, the cocoons are collected and then we boil them. So by boiling, we take out the thread from it, then we do rilling by machine. Okay, we get the fiber. Okay, now let's move on the next point. Next 3 steps are dyeing, spinning and weaving. I already explained you in previous class. Dyeing means doing color, spinning means the process of making yarn from raw fiber, and weaving means the process of making fabric from yarn is known as weaving. Okay, so dyeing, first step, as you can see on the screen, the silk fibers are then dyed in different color. Okay, spinning and weaving, next step, the silk fibers are then spun into threads and woven into different types of silk clothes. Okay, please write down if you have not attended the previous class. So kids, I hope you understood. Now let's see some uses of silk. Let's move on the next slide. Okay kids, now let's talk about the uses of silk. As you know that silk was discovered in China. Yes, it was used by emperor only in ancient time, and silk is very costly fiber. Yes, it is really very costly. That's why in present time we use synthetic fiber. Yes, we use different kind of synthetic fiber like nylon, Dacron, acrylic, terylene, terrycoat. Yes, terrycoat, or you can call it terrycotton. Okay, means it is made of two fiber, terylene plus cotton. Yes, terylene plus cotton, terrycoat, terylene plus cotton, and terry wool, terylene plus wool. So these are some synthetic fiber. Okay, or you can call them man-made fiber, artificial fiber. They are made in a lab using chemicals. Okay, so silk is very costly fabric, and it is used mainly for two reasons: to make traditional clothes, and second is different wedding clothes. Yes, like if I talk about traditional clothes, sari, kurta, shawl, these are made from silk. Okay, and silk had always been prized for its luster and fine quality. Yes, luster, you know already the meaning, shining. Okay, and the countries which are produced silk on a large scale are China at first rank, then India. Okay, I hope you understood. Please write down, I'm giving you 10 seconds. Okay, kids, now we will study some more plant fiber. Okay, let's move on the next point. Okay, our next topic is plant fiber. Yes, you already know, I think, about plant fiber, but let me explain you again. We know that there are two type of natural fiber. Yes, there are two type of natural fiber: plant fiber and animal fiber. And what is the meaning of natural fiber? What do you mean by natural fiber? Yes, fibers that we get from plants and animal. The fibers which are obtained from plants and animal are known as natural fibers. Okay, there are two type of natural fiber, plant fiber and animal fiber. Animal fiber, fibers that we get from animals, or you can say the fibers which are obtained from animals. So different examples of animal fiber we know, and I already explained you about silk. Yes, we get it from silkworm, and wool we get from different animals like sheep, goat, yak, camel, llama and alpaca. Yes, they are actually kind of sheep, lives in South America. So we get wool from different animals. And if I talk about plant fiber, the plant fiber, examples of plant fiber, as you can see on the screen: cotton and jute, cotton and jute. And other example, if I give you hemp, 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 flax, FLAX, flax. Okay, and sisal, 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 or you can call it sisal, it doesn't matter. Okay, the common plant fibers are cotton and jute. Cotton is obtained from the flower of the cotton plant. Cotton fiber is obtained from the stem of jute plant. Sorry, cotton is obtained from the flower of cotton plant, and jute is obtained from the stem of jute plant. Okay, please write down, I'm giving you 10 seconds. Okay, I hope you understood. So from which part of cotton plant do we get cotton? We get cotton from flowering part. And from which part of jute plant do we get jute fiber? We get from the stem of jute plant. Okay, I hope you understood. Now let's move on the next point. Now let's study about the cultivation of cotton. Yes, so you know that cotton we get from the flowering part of cotton plant. Yes, So now first question is, what kind of soil is required for the cultivation of cotton? Yes, to grow the cotton. To grow the cotton, what kind of soil do we need? We need actually black clay soil. Yes, we need black clay soil. Yes, we need black clay soil for it. Okay, so cotton is cultivated in black clay soil. It needs warm climate. It needs warm climate. Yes, and warm climate is very necessary for it. Okay, and the sowing of cotton crop is done in early spring. Yes, when do we sow it? When do we sow it? We sow the cotton crop in early spring. Yes, okay, and can you tell me the height of cotton plant? What is the actual height of cotton plant? Yes, cotton plant height is 1 to 2 meter tall. Yes, they are 1 to 2 meter tall, and after 60 days, flowers start to come out. Okay, cotton plants are bushy and about 1 to 2 meter tall. The plants start flowering in about 60 days. Yes, the plants start flowering in about 60 days and give whitish yellow flower. Yes, so remember kids that what is the color of cotton plants flower? Yellow, white yellow. Okay, then what happens? This color change into red. Yes, the flowers turn reddish in few days. The flowers turn reddish in few days. Then flowers slowly grow into spherical walnut like structure. Yes, then their shape start changing. Yes, the shape of flower starts changing. They don't look now like flower, they looks like walnut. Yes, walnut like structure. Flowers slowly grow into spherical walnut like structure. These are known as cotton ball. So the flower of cotton plant, we call it cotton ball. Fibers of cotton grow on these seeds. Yes, so fibers of cotton grow on these seeds. Fiber of cotton grow on these seeds. After some time, what happens? After some time, they burst open. They burst open and we can see the white cotton fiber. Yes, so actually their color change into three stage. First, they get white yellow color. Second, their white yellow color turn into red. Okay, white yellow color turn into red. Then their color become brown. So these are the steps. Please write down. I am giving you 10 seconds. So kids, I hope you understood where do we cultivate, where do we grow cotton plants. We grow in black clay soil. What kind of temperature required? Required warm temperature. What is the height of cotton plants? 1 to 2 meter. When does flowers start to come? About 60 days. Yes. And what kind of color of flowers? White, yellow flower come out. Then after few days, what happens? Their color change. They become reddish. Yes, then flower grow in which structure? After some days, the flower grow into spherical walnut like structure. These are called cotton ball. These are called cotton ball. Then what happens? Seeds, fibers of cotton grow on these seeds. Yes, and after some time, their color change into brown. Then they burst open and white cotton fiber come out. Okay. Now let's move on the next point. Now kids, let's study processing of cotton. How do we get cotton fiber? Yes, how do we get? So first step you can see ginning. Ginning is the first step. Yes. So the cotton picked up from the plants has seed in it. The process of removing cotton seed from cotton ball, or you can say pod, is called ginning. So what is ginning? The process of removing cotton seed from cotton ball is called ginning. So by ginning process we remove the seed, and when we remove seed we get the cotton. Yes, we separate out seed and we get the cotton. So ginning was traditionally done by hand, and nowadays machines are used in ginning. Yes, nowadays we use machine for ginning process, but in ancient time we used hand. Okay, next is spinning. So what is the meaning of spinning? The process of making yarn from fiber is called spinning. Yes, the process of making yarn from fiber is called spinning. After separating, after ginning, after separating cotton from cotton plant, we make yarn from cotton fiber. Okay, and the raw cotton is supplied to industry. Then raw cotton is supplied to industry where the further process occur. Okay, so first step is ginning, second is spinning. Please write down, I am giving you 10 seconds. So kids, what is ginning? The ginning is the process of separating seeds and cotton ball to get cotton. Yes, so the cotton picked up from the plants has seed in it. Then the process of removing cotton seeds from pods is called ginning. Pods means here we are talking about the cotton ball. Ginning was traditional done by hand. Nowadays machines are used in ginning. And spinning meaning you already know, the process of making yarn from fiber. Okay, now let's move on the next point. Kids, now let's study the steps in making cotton yarn. Yes, let's study the steps making cotton yarn. So first of all, what do we do? The raw cotton is loosen and clean. Yes, we need to clean it and loose it. So if we will not clean, then dirt, dust, grease will remain. Dirt, dust will remain. So we clean it, wash it to remove straw and dried leaves. We remove straw and dried leaves which are attached to it. Okay, and then the clean cotton is then fed into a machine. Yes, we put into a machine. So what does the machine do? The machine actually make it straight. Okay, the cotton fibers are combed, straightened and covered into a rope like structure called it sleever. So first of all, what do? We loosen it and clean it to remove straw and dried leaves. To remove straw, dried leaves, dirt, we remove all these things. Then we fed into a machine. Yes, we put in a machine which, what does it do? The machine combed and straight, make it straight. The cotton fibers are combed and straightened and converted. Then the cotton fiber converts into rope like structure. Then convert into rope like structure. We call it sleever. We call it sleever. Yes. Then this sleever is converted into yarn by spinning process. Yes. So in spinning process we make yarn. So we make yarn from sleever, means from rope like structure we make yarn. Okay, please write down, I am giving you 10 seconds. So kids, I hope you understood steps in making cotton yarn. How do we do spinning? Steps in making cotton yarn means spinning process in detail. Okay, how do we do? Okay, so the raw cotton is loosened and cleaned to remove straw and dried leaves. The clean cotton is then fed into a machine. The cotton fibers are combed, strained and converted into a rope like structure called sleever. Then from sleever we make yarn by spinning process. Yes, we make yarn. Okay, now next step is weaving and knitting. let's move on the next point. Okay kids, next step is weaving and knitting. Weaving means the process of arranging two sets of yarn together to make fabric. Yes, the process of making fabric from yarn. Or you can say the process of arranging two sets of yarn together. The process of arranging two sets of yarn together is known as weaving. Okay. So you no need to write too much about weaving. You can write only this line. The process of arranging two sets of yarn together to make fabric is called weaving. Okay. The big reels of yarn are called bobbins. These bobbins are used for weaving the cloth. Yes. Actually, which yarn we use to make cloth? Which yarn we use to make cloth? We use bobbin. What is bobbin? Bobbin is a big reel of yarn. Yes, just like the reel of cinema picture, reel of camera picture. In the same way, the big reel of yarn, we call it bobbin, which is used to make clothes. And clothes is woven in loom. Yes, I already explained you. Clothes is woven in loom, hand loom, automated loom. After that, they are bleached and dyed into give a finish. Yes, we do dye. Yes, we do color. Knitting. What is knitting? Knitting can be done by hand or machine. Yes, knitting can be done by hand or machine. So kids, in knitting process, we use one set of yarn. But in weaving process, we use two set of yarn. In knitting process, we use one set of yarn. In weaving process, we use two set of yarn. So knitting process is generally done to make scarf, yes, socks. We make all these things better by knitting process. It is done by two needle. Knitting is done by two needle. We use them to make. Okay. Please write down. I am giving you 10 seconds. So kids, I hope you understood weaving and knitting. Weaving is the process of arranging two sets of yarn together to make fabric. Knitting is the process of arranging one set of yarn. Okay. I hope you understood. Weaving is done on loom and knitting is done by hand. Okay. Now let's move on the next step. Okay kids, next question is, where do we grow cotton in India? Yes, where do we grow cotton in India? Cotton is grow mainly in Maharashtra, Gujarat, Haryana, Punjab, Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu, Madhya Pradesh. Yes, these are the main state where cotton is cultivated. Okay, cotton is cultivated mainly in Maharashtra, Gujarat, Haryana, Punjab, Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu, Madhya Pradesh. Okay, and what are the different uses of cotton? Cotton is mostly used for making clothes. Yes, cotton is used mostly for making clothes. And other uses are, it is used to make towel, bed sheet, curtain. Okay, it is used to make towel, bed sheet, curtain. Yes, these are the uses: towel, bed sheet, curtain. Okay, so cotton is grown in India mainly Punjab, Haryana, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, okay, MP, and it is used for making for clothes, pant, shirt, towel, these things, strain, okay, curtain, okay. I hope you understood. Write down please. I'm giving you 10 seconds. Okay kids, I hope you understood about cotton completely. Now let's study the next topic. Let's move on the next point. Okay kids, now we will study about jute. Yes, jute, J-U-T, jute, not liar. Okay, jute. So jute fiber is obtained from the stem of jute plant. Yes, we get jute from jute plant, from the stem of jute plant. Yes, and where do we cultivate it? Where do we grow it? When do we grow it? We grow it in rainy season. Yes, we grow it in rainy season. And what is the height of it? Its height is around 2 to 3 meter. Okay, and jute fiber is pale yellow color. Yes, it is actually in pale yellow color, and it is very strong. Yes, kids, it is very strong, and but its structure is silky. Yes, its structure is silky, but it is very strong. Okay, and we grow it in what kind of soil? We grow it into alluvial soil. Yes, jute is grown into alluvial soil, and which is found near the delta region, near the delta area, delta region of Ganga Brahmaputra river. Okay, near the delta region of Ganga and Brahmaputra river. Okay, and where do we grow it? We grow it generally in West Bengal, Bihar, and Assam. Yes, these are the three states where we grow it. In India, jute is mainly grown in West Bengal, Bihar, and Assam. Okay, and kids, it yellow flower start developing on it. It bears yellow flower in about 3 to 4 months. Okay, please write down. I'm giving you 10 seconds. Okay kids, I hope you understood about jute. Jute plants are usually cut and at the flowering stage. Yes, jute plants are cut at the flowering stage. Okay, remember, we cut them at the flowering stage, and a good quality fiber is obtained from plant which are cut at the flowering stage. Yes, so generally we cut the jute at the flowering stage. Okay, and the height of jute plant is 2 to 3 meter tall, and it is very strong, but it has silky texture, and we get it from the stem of jute plant. It is grown mainly in West Bengal, Bihar, Assam, and we grow it in which soil? Alluvial soil, which is found near the delta region of Ganga, Brahmaputra. I hope you understood. Now let's move on the last point. It's time to ask question from you. Question number 1, write a short note on jute and cotton fiber. Yes, write a short note on jute and cotton fiber. So if I talk about cotton is mainly grown in Maharashtra, Gujarat, Tamil Nadu, Punjab, Rajasthan, MP. Okay, and uses of cotton is mostly used for making clothes like towel, curtain. Okay, and if I talk more about cotton, and cotton is cultivated in clay soil. Yes, what soil? Clay soil. Its height is 1 to 2 meter tall, and the cotton plant start flowering in about 60 days and give whitish yellow flower. The flower then turns reddish in few days. Flowers slowly grow into spherical walnut structure. These are called cotton ball. Okay, fibers of cotton grow on these seeds. After some time, the reddish color change into brown, and then a cotton ball burst out, and we can see the white cotton fiber. Okay, and if I talk about the processing of cotton, processing is done into 4 steps. First is ginning, second is spinning, then third is weaving. Okay, and last is knitting, but knitting is optional for weaving. So 3 is main step. First, ginning, spinning, weaving. Ginning, spinning, weaving. Ginning, spinning, weaving. Ginning, spinning, weaving. Ginning. What is ginning? Ginning is the process of removing cotton seed from pod. Okay. The process of removing cotton seed from pod is called ginning. So ginning was traditionally done by hand. Nowadays machines are used. And what is spinning? The process of making yarn from fiber is called spinning. The process of making yarn from fiber is called spinning. Okay, then we do weaving. Yes, how to do weaving? Weaving, the process of arranging 2 sets of yarn together to make fabric is called weaving. And what is knitting? The process of arranging 1 set of yarn is known as knitting. Next question, write some uses of jute and cotton fiber. Yes, some uses of jute and cotton fiber. So what are the use of cotton I already explained that cotton is used for making clothes. For example, bed sheet, towel, curtain. Bed sheet, towel, curtain. And if I talk about the uses of jute, jute is used for making gunny bag, yes, curtain, rope, shopping bag we make from using jute. So jute is used for making gunny bag, shopping bag, rope, curtain. Okay, I hope you understood. Now the chapter is over. Now we will meet in new chapter in next class. Till then, bye bye.